Hey geography teachers and maybe some out of field teachers getting
Shout out to
into
the history
geospace.
teachers. Welcome.
My name is Sammy Coburn.
I'm Alan Sizio.
And if we look a little bit familiar, it may be from YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, Geography Explained Online, that you may have used in your classroom before.
Hopefully you have. A couple of years ago, Cambridge contacted us and asked us if it would help contribute to their new line of textbooks for stage 4 and 5.
And it's ended up being a project that we are incredibly proud of. It's much bigger than we first expected, and we'd love to talk you through what's included in the new stage 4 and 5 textbooks as far as geographic skills go.
In all the topics across both books, there is a distinct chapter that's just us teaching skills.
Within that, you're going to find 4 lessons, each one covering a different skill, and we'll talk in a moment about what those look like. You'll also find some field work and a summary lesson that brings all of those skills together with a lot of practice questions for students to complete.
There's also a flow chart or a skills progression chart, if you like. She did a great job at this.
Lots of colours.
It just looks great, yeah.
Thank you.
So the students will be able to know where they've been and where they're going skills-wise, and teachers will be able to plan out which skills they want to teach in which unit and over which years. Should work really well.
And if you follow that flowchart across stage 4 to 5, you'll find you'll have taught all the major skills across the syllabus and in a way that is really fit well to the content that the students are learning. So for example, when they're doing water in the world, they'll then have a skills chapter or a skills chapter that focuses on synoptic charts, climate graphs, and the difference between weather and climate. So what do these lessons include? Well, each lesson includes a different skill. Skill is matched to the content, and it starts with a video, just like this. The reason we kind of came on board to make videos that are similar to what we made for Geography Explained Online.
Yeah. So we tried to keep the same vibe, the same energy, the same sort of fun silliness. We did try to make them a little bit more professionally than the first time around, which was a lot
Upgrade,
of the time.
maybe?
Yeah, it's not a high bar for a lot of them. But yeah, we didn't want them to feel dry and uninteresting. We tried to have fun and go outside and do interesting things to demonstrate the topics and the ways we're doing it. So hopefully that works and hopefully you enjoy it.
A lot of resources now are saying that they include video content, but a lot of it is AI or cartoons, again, created by AI or people talking over PowerPoints. The feedback we've gotten from a lot of teachers is that they enjoy the authenticity of having real people that are teachers talking to students about how to do these skills. And you'll find that for every single lesson across both books.
So after the initial video, we've got a worked example. So again, we try to make it feel like as much as us teaching in the room as possible. We will often, when we're teaching a new skill, sit down with the kids with a broadsheet or some source and draw all over it and step by step go through exactly what to do and how to work out the answer. So the first page or the first source after the initial video will be us basically doing a worked example like that.
And what we're hoping this is not just good for the students to see exactly how we step through it, but if you have some less experienced teacher or beginner teachers, having them have the ability, or out of field teachers as well, the ability to see exactly how we got to our answers, especially for things like gradient, where there are, a couple of steps to get to the end there.
After the work example, we have activities. Sometimes there'll be 1 or 2 sets of activities, usually based on a new source, where we start letting the kids work through, using the worked example, work through some questions on their own.
And what you'll find with each activity set is that one of the questions actually includes a QR code to a video where we show you how to get the answer. This is really good for kids and teachers to check their understanding. It's also helpful if you need to leave a lesson because it means you have us there showing the students how to get the correct answer.
Yeah, you're welcome.
As well as that, something you probably haven't seen in geography textbooks before, but all of the questions have an answer in the back of the book. So students can go to the back of the book and check their answers against that.
Absolutely. So in a way, there's almost like 2 worked examples, 1 on paper and 1 on video with us because we do it twice. So yeah.
The other thing, and this is one of the things about the videos I'm probably most excited about, is that all of the sources, or the majority of the sources, are actually new. So we've actually drawn ourselves a whole lot of maps, and we've worked with cartographers to make maps, some simplified to really help students understand the skill that they're doing, and some a little more complicated. But what you're going to find, if you're sick of kind of using the same couple of simple contour maps, is a whole sweep of new maps that you can use, not just for that skill, but other skills
take
as well.
them, use them for whatever you want.
So after those 4 skill lessons, you're going to find a 5th lesson, and this focuses on fieldwork and the geographic inquiry process, helping students to gather primary, secondary data, but in a way that is relevant to the topic that they have just studied.
Exactly. The 6th lesson will be a summary. That includes all 4 topics we taught in the chapter, but with heaps of practice questions and revision questions with their own new, once again, sources. So a whole bunch of sources to use for whatever you need.
And we all know what it's like in a skills lesson. You've got one student who's finished, one who's just starting, one who's forgotten a pen, and you're trying to show students stuff on the board. It's a bit hectic. The idea is of having every single question has an answer in the back of the book. Those students who have raced ahead can go to the back of the book, they can check their own work, they can fix any mistakes.
So the way we've designed it, we really wanted the skills to work as a flow out of the units and the topics we just, that they're a part of, but we also wanted them to be completely fine to use as a standalone thing. So if you just want to teach area references, or you just want to teach climate graphs, or you just want to teach gradient, and you haven't taught any of that previous bit, you can just jump straight into it. The lesson will be completely self-inclusive.
Anywhere where there is assumed knowledge, so for example, when students get to gradient, they should probably know grid references. We do put in a little thing there about where you can find that. So if you get to gradient and you find, oh no, some of my students need to recap grid reference, we will have the lesson they need to go to. You can watch the video quickly or quickly recap it with them, and you're good to go. However you want to teach skills, hopefully this resource is going to help you. We are so excited about it.
We really, really think we've tried to make a skills section of the book that we would use as experienced geography teachers. We made the book that we wish existed when we were brand new and we were trying to figure out how to do the skills, and something like this would have been absolutely invaluable to me as a early career teacher. So we very sincerely hope that it helps you too.